wherever and whenever you are. And welcome back to the Frozen... Oh, and a new follower right out of the gate. Lost Black Goat 76. May you be found. May you be found soon. Before you hope you're not lost in Icewind Dale with all the yetis and crag cats and hungry beasties prowling about the place. And the first instance on our Rime of the Frostmaiden overlay here of our fancy new subscriber and follower animated doobly-doos. Hey, Lost Black Goats. Hey, all to you too. Thank you for coming on by. So, we are back. After various adventurers throughout the plains, we've been to the Underdark, we've been to Barovia, we've been to Avernus, we've been to Humblewood, which is not a usual port of call for our weekly ramblings, but we had an excellent week, and a very, very big thank you and a special shout out to our friends at Quest Junkies UK, Quest Junkies Patch, and Alusha. They're in chat. I see you there. Thank you, guys. And also our friends over at Carney Sideshow, and of course, Orangey and Ives from the Orangey channel for an adorable, wonderful Humblewood one-shot on Saturday. Well, it started adorable. It's me, so it got dark. But and there were tie-ins to other campaigns, and if you are following our Descent into Avernus campaign, there is some fun stuff in there for you, little Easter eggs and stuff from that. We had a flashback. We had an audio clip from the Descent into Avernus campaign was played as a flashback for that one shot. It was a good time. And Patch and Alicia's faces dropped as they realized what was going on. So, let us, having said a special thank you to all those wonderful guests that we had on Saturday, let us also carry on and say a very special thank you to the VOD Squad for catching up with our adventures whenever you can. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you here. And if you can join us live, a very special welcome to you all. Thank you so much. Now, also, let's give a big shout out and thanks to our friends of the audio variety, as we have those lovely, lovely people who are actually really noisy in your earphones. Sorry, everybody. At Sirenscape, and all of the amazing music and sound effects that they have for your games. Give them a try. There are some free samples to get you hooked. That's always the way. And then if you want to get membership and get access to everything on the way recently, I think I saw coming up this week, they have a special Flame Skull battle sound set, which is always useful. And also, let's also say a big thank you for the music that you are hearing right now, as it's coming from the likes of Dark Fantasy Studio, and then over on YouTube, RPG music maker Travis Savoy, and also Epic Journey. Wonderful, wonderful sources of RPG music for all of your ears and your games. And finally, on Patreon, the wonderful, wonderful Will Savino, who I came back, had a few days off from my email inbox, and came back and there was like 6 new tracks sitting in there waiting to be added to all those lovely sound sets. A very, very prolific producer over on Patreon there. So, that said, let us jump back in and remember where we were and what was going on last time we were here in Icewind Dale for our Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign. We were down in the forge level of Sunblight Fortress, having defeated the crazed warlord and stopped him from activating completely his Shardolin Crystal Dragon, with which he was planning to lay waste to all of Ten Towns. You saw the Grandolfa Musgat come down from above and take charge of the leftover forces before leading them all marching back off to the Underdark, back to the capital city of theirs, Gracklstug, to get back to brewing all of that nasty Dark Lake stout for which they are so famous, because the ale must flow. Now, with them out of the way, you turned your attentions to your friends, your recently rediscovered and rescued university colleagues, and also a new, interesting friend in the shape of a were polar bear, Goliath, who your guide, Kestrel, was fascinated to meet, as it seemed they had stepped straight out of legend, and they revealed themselves to be a member of a group of polar bears who are responsible for dealing with rather nasty things in the icy wastes and guiding travelers when they are lost and in some trouble. And Lost Black Goats, we are a little ways in to Frostmaiden. We're still in the first opening adventures and have maybe dealt with a decent chunk of the opening part of the game, but there's still lots to come and some rather epic things are down the line, so don't you worry, you haven't missed too much. Now, as yes, you were discussing with these newfound comrades of yours, and you discovered where the vault was and found in the notebook that had belonged to the Durgar warlord, you found written in deep speech, which Mame and Mockingbird have an affinity for, thanks to their little symbiotic presence from the hag Maud Chiselbone. They could read it just fine, and you got the magic numbers to unlock all of those wonderful treasure chests and all the wondrous rewards that were within. Except maybe Mame and her Tressum Slobberchops, who discovered the unpleasant contents of some of them, being hit by the strange glare of a Demogorgon statue. Hello, Tom. And
hello.
Also a cloud of spores from a patch of yellow mold on a poor little Sverfneblin skeleton. But they were rescued from their various predicaments. Mockingbird survived the lightning trap, which Soyala put back on, and then Tuln disabled the on-off switch, and you find yourselves stood in the vault of Sunblight Fortress with various treasures to your name, some interesting items, a wand, some interesting looking cloaks, and the whole of the north at your beck and call. What, dear players, would you like to do?
Well, I need to look at that book some more.
As do I. I believe you have
Because I need to see if I can further disassemble a giant evil stone dragon.
Well, let me, before you bring yourself out of the dark, let me bring our dear viewers out of the dark, as they are stuck. There you are. There you go, everybody. Zooming in. Wow. Thank you. Behave. Sorry, Roll20 is being petulant. There we go. Back in the vaults with our adventurers and a Durgar Hammerer, which is a strange undead robotic construct, but fortunately disabled for the moment, hence that rather nifty little snail motif. And as you are hanging out there, let me bring things down a little here. Okay. Back in the Durgar Fortress. Tuln and Mockingbird, you want to look at this notebook? Where are you headed from here, though? The easy way back to the main forge is somewhat blocked by this lightning trap that has been forever enabled.
If Tuln is going out in that direction, I'll point him to the route that I took, taking the stairs to the side and then just hopping down the ledge there.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a try.
Holler if you need a boost down,
If I need help, you'll hear the clank.
or the blood-curdling scream. Yes.
It'll be a clank. I don't scream anymore.
From the top,
Not since the accident.
from the top of those arrow turrets, it is 20 feet to the floor, so do be careful.
Yes, I would probably inform him of that.
I have a rope.
There we go.
There you go.
Ideal. So, which way are you headed, Tull? North or south? You know
I'm going to. I'm just going to the dragon.
But I know which there are two. There are two arrow turrets which you can make use of, north or south.
North.
Okie doke. You do see a larger room, which that was too soon north. a little bit west and then north. There you go. Kestrel's there, still looking at you evilly, nursing her electrical burns.
I'll peek into the room before I head up.
Okay, look. Yeah, that's the passage there immediately to the west. That's the stairs going up to the turret there. But the room was up to the north there.
Yeah. So I just peek into the room, see if there's anything like worth seeing.
All right. Allow me to read what we've got for you in there.
Certain death. Oh, thanks, John.
Who'd have thought it? No. Here you can see in that open space there. Again, they didn't really populate these maps with furniture and stuff, but there are 3 hexagonal tables in the middle of the hall. There is a copper keg atop of each one, and braziers heaped with glowing hot coals provide light and heat. Through the smoky haze, you count 9 doors embedded in the walls. This seems to be some kind of barracks. You think this is where all of those other Duragar came from, as they were brought in, marched in, just before the Grand Alpha left.
This looks like a suitably awful dormitory. I'm gonna take a look in one of the rooms.
Sure.
Just take a peek. Oh, what's in here?
Each of the rooms has 3 stone bunk beds protruding from the wall.
Oh, it's worse than I thought.
Yep.
Okay, well, they're in a better place now.
Back to Gracklestug, yeah. Everyone's happy to go back down into the Underdark, away from all this nasty mountain air.
Head on over.
Okay. Ta-da. And you find yourself up on top with that nice view across the forge, which is pretty empty now. You can just see across the far side Trovus and the Chamberlain from the university, Mame's friend, Professor Laios Dragonsail, also Chamberlain Dragonsail, and of course the Goliath Werebear are hanging out and talking amongst themselves, discussing what's next for them. And there are a few corpses dotting the floor, and of course the giant Shardalin dragon on its pedestal still.
Well, I'll take my rope and hop on down.
Okie doke. Again, you do hear that strange, almost heart-like throb and the roar as you get closer to the forge.
And we'll make our way over to the Shardling dragon.
Okie doke.
Take out the book and try to decipher how it was constructed, and more importantly, how it can be disassembled.
How to mess it up, yes. Indeed. Okay. So Yala, what are you doing?
I mean, we're gonna have to get out of the treasure room, so I assume, is that kind of where we are all headed?
At the moment,
was
yes.
The back way out?
I mean,
The way that we came in?
that's the way, yeah, the way through, the way you came in was where that lightning trap is now activated. But Mockingbird has told you all about this shortcut, if you like, this detour
Okay, yeah.
via the arrow turrets.
Well, was there also not a way down into the vault side, if I remember correctly? Or am I...
Do you
Was there
mean?
only one way down to this floor?
Nope. Yep. You had heard that there were east and west elevator contraptions.
Okay.
So there must be something around here somewhere.
So maybe we should just sort of check our surroundings so we don't have to lug everything over to the,
Okay.
through the lightning trap or down a ledge. Because we've got quite a few chests on us, right? Like, what's the total of, like, mass of this treasure that we're carrying out?
Yeah, it's pretty hefty. Yeah, yeah, totally.
Right.
Because there was a lot of coin and various different items and things.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't we... Well, while Tone's disassembling a dragon, we could go check out the surroundings.
All right.
Meanwhile, Ton's actually just having dinner.
It's true. He can't eat anymore, but he enjoys the feeling.
Go through the motions. Okay, look. So, you have to run. Mockingbird's off and away. And actually, Kestrel does kind of mirror that sentiment, Mockingbird, as you come out into the main corridor there. She's just staying there to make sure nobody goes into that corridor where the electricity trap is set. And she's like, she kind of like stares at you, Mockingbird, as you go past. And then Soyala, you come out. She's like, oh, Soyala, I was wondering, what do you think's down there? She points to the south where where Mockingbird's gone.
We're not sure. I guess we've found a bit of treasure, and we're trying to find a good way back out. So if he's gone down to the south, didn't you go to the north originally, or no?
The directions I told Tone was that there's like a very short side passage above, like to the north of this hallway, and it's kind of like a parallel hallway that leads to the towers.
Yes, and you saw a glimpse of the barracks as well that Tom had just seen.
Yeah, I don't think I'd seen everything to the north.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess south.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the
down
left.
Mame, what are you doing, Mame?
Take the right.
I am very, very hurt and will just be sitting here near the treasure and wait for my companions to finish the easy route.
Nursing poor slobber chops.
Yeah.
After they got
like this.
A touch of the abyss.
Yeah.
Lost in Demogorgon's eyes. Okay, look.
So I guess with when we came to the beginning, there were a couple secret passages with like wind blowing through that caught my attention. Am I feeling any drafts or seeing any light peek from anywhere?
Give me a perception check. 15. That's pretty good. You don't feel anything in the corridor at the moments where you are. There's a general draftiness all over the place. Yes, absolutely, Alicia. They've all got torches. But yeah, there's nothing emanating from unexpected locations at the moments there. Now, Mockingbird, what are you doing when you get to those doors?
I will be rather callously opening them without really pausing at all, because I'm just assuming that everything's vacated this place.
Okay, let me just drag you through there. Boop. Sorry, rather than fuss with the doors. So, you find yourself in this rather spacious chamber, one of the larger rooms that you've seen, and there are 2 beds against the south wall in those alcoves. One of them has a yeti hide draped across it, and at the foot of each bed there is a stone chest, and also a stack of 5 sealed copper kegs.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll ignore the kegs for now, and just keeping the door open so that
Yep.
anybody who wants to follow in can.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna start working on the first chest.
They're unlocked and I'm afraid empty.
Gosh darn it. Okay, well then, how big is the Yeti skin rug?
Pretty hefty.
Darn. Okay.
But
Well,
I mean, it's carryable.
okay. Well, yeah. Never mind then. Yeah. How so those are like full kegs then, right? Like
When you try to investigate them and you kind of think, yes, they do have that unbalanced sloshing sensation.
Yeah.
You think there might be some of that finest mushroom stout.
I will intentionally leave it alone and never look in this portion of the room again.
Now, how tempted,
there's nothing else
truthfully, in all truth, in all honesty, how tempted are you to wear the Yeti and try and...
That's what I was going for. Honestly, if it was big enough,
I'm glad we're in the same spot here.
Yeah. Sadly, it does. I would probably need to be a Goliath stat block to pull that off, but yeah. So I'll just kind of leave this room dejected if there's nothing else immediately apparent.
Okay, yep, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Now, Soyala, just return over there to you. How are you approaching that door?
I don't know, going to just try the handle if there is one.
Just straight up? Okay. Yeah, if you just want to open it, that's fine. I shall bring you through. Oop. As you're just across the way from Mockingbird there. Chat can see you both. You can't see each other.
No, not yet.
They get to see everything. Okay, you open up that door just a little bit and peek through, and you see braziers of glowing hot coals heating and lighting the room, the walls of which are lined with something that just makes your kind of hackles stand up and your fur kind of stand up in disgust as you see the walls lined with closed iron sarcophagi standing on end. And in the middle of the room, there is a chair with a Durgar chained to it, or rather, the corpse of a Durgar chained to it, his flesh covered with blisters. And you can see that this seems to have been some kind of torture chamber.
Wow. Okay, definitely didn't want this room. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of move on to the next area.
Who are you?
Hello?
Not as dead as they appeared. Is the figure on the chair.
Is it you said it was chained to the chair?
Yes,
or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So they can't move.
Yeah, she kind of like backs up against the wall. She was gonna go forward and then like it.
Who's there? Who are you? Show yourself. I've told you everything I know. Look, Sunblight's a madman. I haven't done nothing. I've served him loyally and faithfully all these years. Why would you have made me the captain of the guard if he didn't trust me? Please, give it up.
Sorry, it was lagging out a bit. Okay. Well, you're a captain of Sunblight.
And the head kind of painfully raises and she squints. You're not one of those You're not one of the mind masters. Who are you?
I mean, I could ask the same of you, why did the other Drogar leave you behind?
They must have thought I was dead. It's going to take more than that. Although they very nearly managed it. Oh, fuck!
Why are you here? Like, I know that someone's trying to get information, but
Please.
what information or who?
Can you help me? I'm in so much pain.
That is a good question.
They are unarmored and unarmed.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I am like really out of stuff. I will do. Can I at least do a like? Can I get a medicine check or reading to see?
Please.
Maybe I can try to bandage up some of what they have.
Absolutely, yeah. Please do.
That is a 26.
26. You pad across cautiously and get a closer look, and it seems they were using branding irons and that kind of horrible stuff to try and get information from this Durgar, and she's very, very badly burned, and on the edge of death, and clearly being very honest about her condition.
So, where do you happen to know where the keys are?
It must be. Oh gods! Please tell me they haven't taken them with them. You've got to get me out of here. What if something comes up from the Underdark? Where did they go? Where is everyone?
The Sunblight, he's dead now. And the Grandolpha has left to the Underdark with all the other Drugar. Only those that will follow her have gone, which was, I think, most of them.
So, this is my castle now? Oh. It was a joke.
Well, they didn't leave too long ago. I don't know if you would wish to find them again.
Oh yes, let me please rush to hurry so they can finish the job. I don't want them to miss out on the satisfaction of killing me outright. Fuck them. They threw me to one side and they did this to me. After everything I did for him, for Sunblight. Good riddance. Get me out of here.
So,
I'll help you however I can.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Where are you from?
Above.
From 10 towns?
From the 10 towns, yes.
Okay. Is it nice?
Well, I mean, we're currently through a winter that will not end, so it is extremely cold.
That's fine.
And, I mean, maybe you would like it that the sun does not come out much for very long.
Can't complain. Can't complain.
And she's kind of like looking around the area as she's talking to see if she can find any tools or keys or anything like that. Because strength is not her, strength.
Yeah. There are various rather nasty-looking implements that would be
Yeah.
as effective as thieves' tools, you would imagine. If you fancied giving it a go.
I'm not good. I'm not used to using that, so I don't know
True.
how this will go. But
Well, Mockingbird, what are you doing at this point? Because this would have been the amount of time that you spent looking around the room and stuff.
Yeah, at this point, I would have been
I do-
curious as to what's going on in the other room.
I do
behind
realize
door
you're
number
trapped
2.
in there. Sorry. There you go. Oop.
And
Be free, my
go-
son. Be free.
go ahead and throw me in the other shadow realm, and I'll
Sure. So
kind of see what.
as you're having that last bit of conversation there, Soyala, you do see the door creak open. For some reason, I was like, why can't I drag you through that? Because I was doing it on the wrong map. There we go. And the door creaks open, and Mockingbird ghosts in.
I'll just take a quick look around the room, kind of eyes wide, and look to the tied up Duragar, and then over to Soyala. You work fast.
This is not my doing.
Nah, I figured not.
She was left behind. I guess
Oh,
she's.
you! Kind sir, please, get me out of here. I'll perish.
Do I understand what it says? Is it speaking common?
Yes, this one is.
And what's in it for me? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll walk over with kind of twirling the thieves' tools, and then kind of see if I can get to work on the shackles.
Okay, give me a roll.
Yeah. That is Dex plus proficiencies. Alright, yeah. That is a 21.
Excellent. Clink. Open.
Well,
Hello.
I assume she's not dangerous, right? And I'll kind of poke my head over to Soyala.
Well,
Sorry, we don't have female Duragar tokens. They're the same.
She was working for Sunblight as captain, I think. But
Did a bad job?
Also equally.
No, I did not. Did everything that was asked of me, over and above.
Obviously not if you're here.
He was a madman. I don't know what happened to him, but he started seeing treachery in every shadow. Plots, backstabs, things that weren't there. He even sent his own sons far enough away so that they wouldn't try to kill him for the rulership of the clan.
He did mention something about his sons right before he died. It was the stones that made him mad.
The stones? The crystal?
You shouldn't. The crystals, yes, they should not be touched.
Yeah, can't confirm.
It explains the change of personality.
Yes, we tried reasoning with him a bit, but he would see no other way.
So yeah, it's at that point. I'm sorry, please. Yeah.
We can't have him destroying the towns above where we all come from and live.
We should never have come up here in the first place. I blame that priest. It's his fault. And her eyes dart to the southwest. Round about the same time, Soyala, you feel a gust, a slight breeze coming from the solid wall in the southwest corner.
The priest?
Clondorn. He got inside Sunblight's head. It was him that convinced him that we should come up here.
Don't know if we ran into such a fellow. Was he one of your kind?
Yeah.
Did he depart before you ended up in this situation, or?
Not that I know of.
Because we certainly didn't run into him. Perhaps he's still running amok.
Nor were we told of this priest. We knew of an alchemist that had dealings with Sunblight, but not of a priest.
That nutter. Bringing those abominations. Bringing back our fallen friends into those travesties. Not even alive.
So the alchemist is not the priest, just to confirm.
No.
Ah. Did we even fight an alchemist?
No, the alchemist I don't think was there.
Yeah.
He was somebody from above, from our lands, I think.
No,
Yeah.
This
He was
this
one of
priest-
he was one of
Yeah.
your lot. And she points at you, Mockingbird.
Yeah. Yeah. We're cut from all different cloth up above. But this priest of yours, was he close? Was he close to you, or do you know much about him? His whereabouts? Would he still be here?
If he's still here, he'll be in the temple.
I don't believe we saw a temple.
Yeah, we've only come through an elevator, a shaft, a magic floor of sorts.
Oh, you came down from above?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in the interest of sharing, there's a secret door over there that leads through to the temple. Or you could go in from the forge as well. There's doors from the forge.
Hmm.
Take your pick.
Well,
It's a joke.
I don't get it. Sorry.
She-
How
We-
dangerous is this priest? We're a little bit weary after running out the rest of your kind.
I don't know.
well, you don't have to put it like that.
I've never seen him
Yeah.
fight.
Okay, then we should be fine. I'm gonna go tell Mame. I think we might want a little bit of backup for this.
Yes.
Mame. Sounds fierce.
Oh, she is. She truly is. And I'll exit the door and go head over to Mame.
Okay, look. I'll just say, do you want me to just teleport you?
Yeah.
You just see Mama lying on the ground with the tressum on her stomach, just like laying on the ground.
Fierce cat
That-
lady. Fierce cat chicken.
I'm very, 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 very tired and hurt from those
Not-
spores.
Not in the mood to kill a priest yet?
I might be. Get up. What priest?
You've tempted me.
I don't know. It's
Twisted my arm.
some bastard hanging out in a secret passage to the south. So we'll I thought it might be kind of fun to go there and snuff him.
I see what you mean. I'll get my
Yeah.
arrow ready. Let's go,
Fantastic.
slobber chops.
Yeah.
And on the way back, I'm gonna kind of stop right in front of the lightning trap and just shout down the hallway, "Tone!
You hear that?
Tone!"
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
You almost done?
Looks at giant shardling dragon. Yeah, of course. Took no time at all.
Well, we're gonna kill a priest in a secret passageway, so hurry up and finish, and we'll like leave in a couple minutes.
Oh, okay.
Thought you should know. Then I'll just walk down towards.
Ton looks back up at the turret. He's like, I'm not climbing back up there.
Well, I wasn't with them. That's right.
Fair
While
enough.
they're doing all their thing, I'll probably be wrapping the Drogar in bandages and things,
Okay.
ointments, and just to help at least not have any infections.
Good, good, good. All right. So, just come back to everyone here. Boop. Boop. As you come into the room. And the Durgar, their eyes widen, because they've never met any humble folk. And they're like, oh, why is it so big?
This is Mame.
Fierce. No?
Potentially.
She does bite.
I just puff my chest like.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Mame.
Thank you for you and your friends for saving me. I'm Nefren. I was captain of the guard until Sunblighter went nuts. By which I mean Sunblight. Thankfully, Sunblighter's not here today. Unless he's lurking.
You said Nefren?
Nefren, yes. Nefrun, sorry. Nefrun. Nefren.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, when after she's done, I'm going to I'm gonna ask. So, whereabouts in this place was that secret passage you were talking about?
She winces as she points over to that southwest corner.
Thank you. I'll go over and start feeling along the wall and trying to
I was
find
gonna
whatever
say,
mechanism
there's
opens it.
a bit of a breeze coming through. You'll feel it
Boop.
as you get closer.
Ooh, what did you find?
It's a bit
Yes.
chilly.
Mockingbird, your practiced eye spots a interesting looking section of wall with a slight shove. It indents and slides to the side. Very smoothly.
Found it. Oh, should probably be quiet from now on.
That's okay, I'm sure they heard all the shouting before.
Fantastic. All right. So how long is this tunnel? Is there like a door at the end that I can see, or
Just as far as you can see there, right there, yeah, on the map already. There's a similar wall of stone at the other end.
I'm gonna be rather cautious as I kind of like scope out this place. Is there any like
do you want to give me a stealth check?
demarcating feature or anything?
Are you looking for on the floors or anything?
I'll be stealthing, yeah, but I'll also be looking so that I don't get tasered unexpectedly again.
There's no marking. There's no like nodules on the wall like in the other room. Soyala?
To the Nefren, you said there was another entrance from the forge?
Yes, yeah, there's the main doors into the temple.
Okay, so maybe we can meet up with Toln there.
Right, yeah. Sure.
Would you mind?
What Tom
Well, I guess maybe Mockingbird is leading the way, or would we want the captain of the guard to lead, since she knows this area more?
Okay, if I'm not in the passageway yet, then, well, I mean, it's just beyond that door over there, no? And I don't think the captain currently would really offer much help at the front line.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah.
There's no funny business between here and the priest. No traps, no beasties, nothing else.
No, just a secret way through. That's
Fantastic. Well then, 3 of us.
4. Trust him.
4 of us.
True.
Can you please bring the Cheslin over? I can't get him.
Shall I not?
Please.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
It's just sitting there alone, guarding all the treasure.
He is. Oh, little slobber chops. Okay, so you make your way into the secret tunnel, and
I also got a 29 for stealth.
Excellent. And a perception?
Ah, yes, perception. That I will not get a 29 on. Actually, impossible. 4. Yeah.
Quiet as the grave. But there's one thing that you cannot help but hear. Coming kind of through the walls, even to the southwest of you, you can hear loud mechanical noises, which is very reminiscent of that elevator that you came down. So you think the other one must be close by, because you haven't traveled far enough to go back to the other one.
Right. Okay. I'll keep a note of that. And then I come up to the door, right? I'm just gonna try to, if there's any way to peek through this, I doubt it's probably just solid stone or something like that, but if...
You could open it just ever so slightly.
Yeah, I'll try to do that then and take a gander and see what the situation is.
So yes, you gently open, with that stealth check, very quietly open, and you see... I'll take it out of the way for you. Boop. And for chat here as well. Oh, sorry. You unfortunately generic token number 5. I never figure out why they do this in modules sometimes. They have all these amazing tokens and these really cool pieces of art, and then just a name.
Yeah.
Suddenly. For no apparent reason. Anyway, sorry, as you open that secret door, you see the back side of a 7-foot-tall statue of a female Durgar in a scale mail robe. The top of the statue's head above the eyes has been sheared off, which makes space for a stone brazier that gives off a flickering flame. And our generic token number 5 there is chained to the statue's pedestal. There is an emaciated, malformed creature with rubbery, purplish grey flesh and a bulbous head with a metal plate bolted to it and sinister eyes that regard you. Now, Toln, are you... Are you coming in from the north there? Ton?
Yep.
Yes, I hope so. I hope I'm coming in from the north.
Oop. So as you slide that open regarding the scene, the door kind of opens up and Toln steps through. You can get through that one side, yeah? Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
God.
And you get the same sight there, Toln, of this statue with this strange creature. And you actually have a flash of memory, a flash of Hearthside stories when you were a youngster. And you feel a strong hatred for this creature as you realize it to be one of those that dealt such a hideous blow in the history of your home. Somewhere far away, somewhere called... Sorry, I've actually forgotten. What's it called?
Gauntlgrim.
Gauntlgrim, thank you. Because I've said Gracklestug so much, I just had that in my head. You remember a place called Gauntlgrim, and you remember that's where you're from, and you remember Gauntlgrim's history, and the one time that it was overrun and completely destroyed by mind flayers. And this is one of those. Although looking very, very worse for wear, and probably not much of a danger, you would imagine.
Oh. Oh,
Oh my
you look
goodness.
awful. Um. So John, we haven't rested since we leveled up.
No.
Nope.
Um, but I have a spell that I always have prepared
Uh-huh.
as part of my level up.
Uh-huh.
Can I cast that?
Yes.
Okay. Um. Now you have a chance to react, Mockingbird, but it seems like you're the only one that can see it as like a ball of fire, much bigger than you've seen before. It starts to grow in Toln's hand as he has a very intented look on his face.
Mutter, "Oh god damn it," and then turn and sprint away, and probably tackle Mame and the trust into the
It's
ground.
it's just a flaming sphere, John. But it does mean that he's gonna marinate in it because it's concentration.
Oof. As this
What just
fire-
happened out there as Mockingbird comes back?
Toln just killed some sort of frog creature. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him. He kind of jumped the gun on that one. And I'll kind of get up and, Mame, are you okay? That was a bit of a harsh tackle.
I'm on the ground. I slowly get up. What was that sound? I'm okay.
There's probably still sizzling. It's up to a minute, so
the first impact kills it. It was in a very, very bad way.
Oh my god.
We need to talk about your interrogation methods, Toln. What was
so
that?
it. Oh, I wasn't interrogating. I was removing.
The thing looked pretty worse for wear. You didn't want to, I don't know, try to talk to it, look at it a little bit. That thing wasn't gonna hurt anyone.
No use in talking to something like that. Unfortunately, there's
What
only
was
one
it?
thing.
Material?
What is that?
What
Oh.
was it?
What's
It-
that charred thing right there?
It was a mine. Tone looks like he's grasping at some distant memory that he can barely conceive of. A mind flayer? Ah, yes, that's the one. A mind
Don't-
flayer.
Don't those speak deep speech, if I'm not mistaken?
Not anymore.
It's like an opportunity for some information, which might have just kind of looking at the the corpse, gone away.
Well,
But you do you. That's fine. I'm just gonna
I've-
start looking around the room.
I've just
But why
remembered.
was it here?
We could have asked it.
Why didn't the Draugr say anything about that? Unless she doesn't know.
Very good point.
We should be cautious. There should be still a priest possibly around then. If there's already 2 living things that we found, I'm not sure what else we can find ahead.
Mm. The door, the sound of the elevator is coming from behind this door, right?
It's just to the south.
Okay. Actually, yeah, I'll try to peek through this door if I can, or try to like crack it open and see if there's any sign of life beyond that, or.
Okey-doke. You slowly creak open that door, and you hear a. Oh! Please, kind sir! Have you come to rescue us? Have you come to rescue us from those nasty, nasty things?
I don't think you want our rescue. Do I see what's talking to me, or is it behind the door?
You do. You see this. Boop.
The hell is that?
A squat creature covered in furs, making it almost as wide as it is tall. A large nose pokes through the furs, and its gentle eyes shine. It was horrible. So many of them. So many nasties. All over the place. Poor little me. Poor little Buffo. Oh.
Mockingbird's just flabbergasted. He's just gonna open the door and step back and point for the rest of the group to walk in. Just absolutely exactly.
Yeah, I was next to you.
Just like, hard pass.
I'm just gonna go try to loot more shit. This is up to you guys. Well
Okay.
met, sir, and goodbye. And I'll just take my leave.
Hello?
Oh, hello. You're lovely creature. Look, that's very nice patterns, nice markings. Yes, Buffo likes.
Buffo?
Hello.
And what, is this guy also locked up or no in this room?
He's not, but he looks like he must have been hiding in here or something. He's like, have all the nasties gone?
If you mean the Draugr and the one called Sunblight, then yes.
And the Mind Flayer, that's also gone, thanks to me.
Yes, and whatever was outside the door.
Oh, excellent. There's just lots of nasty things down here. Lots of nasty things.
What do you mean? What have you seen?
Oh, all sorts of things. Massive, nasty mushroom things, and nasty beardy things, and nasty dead metal things, and a big shiny dragon. Big shiny dragon.
Don't worry about the dragon. It's now taken care of.
I haven't quite finished with that one, but I am working on it.
Oh,
It
you
is
are
no longer
amazing.
moving.
Oh, wow, you are incredible. Such heroes, such saviors for Buffo. Thank you.
Buffo, where are you from? Are you from down below in the Underdark?
Oh, no, nasty darkness. Don't want to go down there.
Are you from above in the mountains?
Yes, up in the mountains, all over the place, here, there, everywhere. I wanders, and then I goes back to my house, and I makes nice food. You want some nice food? You come to Buffo's house.
Of course. Are there any more of you with any friends?
No, Buffo likes to travel alone. But that's when the nasties got him. I was all by myself, and there was lots of them, too many of them.
I see. Well, you're free to come with us if you'd like.
Oh, tell me, what has happened to all the nasties? Are they gone?
Yes, the bearded ones, you say. They have gone down below.
Down.
And the
Down
dragon
down into the nasty
has
darks?
stopped. Yes, they've gone back.
They've gone, and the dragon has stopped.
Yes.
It's all gone. It's
It
all
is
over
no
there.
longer moving.
Oh,
Well, we are still finding things alive, such as you. So
Yes.
we're
Hello.
not sure what is
Oh.
good and what is bad.
look at this one. Hello. She comes next to you, Mummy.
Hello.
Oh, it has 3 heads. Why does it have 3 heads? You and you've got Slobberchops here, and the little weasel still with you.
I do not have 3 heads. These are my companions.
Nervously looks back to you, Soyala. Is like, is it some kind of chimera?
I am not a chimera.
Oh, good. Buffo doesn't like chimera.
Buffo, Buffo.
Hello.
What
You
are
should have
you?
said yes.
What?
What are you, by the way?
We are called Wintergast.
What
Have
do
I
you do
heard-
as a winter gas?
Say again, sorry? Oh, sorry, no, I misspelled that. Winter Grim is what they're called, sorry.
Winter Grim.
Yes, called Winter Grims. Yes.
What do you do as a Winter Grim?
We found lost folk. But now Boffo is lost, but you found me. Tables have turned.
Well, we shouldn't wait around any longer.
Okay.
What exactly does this door lead to? Pointing to the
big,
left.
Big noisy metal cage.
I like the sound of that.
Okay. Would you like to check it out?
You know, open that door there, yeah?
Wait, where? You said... Yeah, I'll check it out.
Where you are, right? Yeah. Yeah, and you peer through the door there and you do see, indeed, the other elevator with a frozen hammerer stood in the middle of the room.
Oh, there's another one of those, hammerers.
Boffo comes dancing up past you, Mame. Looks up at you. Ah, this one! It's one of them! But it's not... but... What are you? So you tell.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Boffo doesn't have the answer.
I'm a robot, and maybe
Really?
dead.
Huh. Okay. I like your hair.
Touches.
That's Mockingbird. No, not the metal. Hey, Dag, how you doing?
I was like, what?
Oh wait, he's saying that to me?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, of course, you've got the whole Farrah Fawcett thing going on.
Yes. So I'm gonna, I'm probably trying to like open this door right now, but as soon as he says that, I'm gonna, probably having overheard this conversation, I'll shapeshift into a Diergar and turn to face him and thank you.
One of the nasties! One of the nasties!
No. It's
Shapeshift back
fine.
and get back to the door.
Buffalo,
It's
it's gonna be okay.
She's gone charging off into the forge. Mame, we have a query from chat. Is Mame's first name Eda?
What?
Is Mame's first name Eda or not?
Hello?
I know, Mame.
Eda Mame.
God damn it! Well, I'm glad someone from chat like realized what my name meant.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just plain Mame.
Just plain Mame.
Mame. Plain beans.
Plain beans. Okay. So, you have
Well-
found the other way out. And another way around to avoid that trap.
Well, it seems that the priest is dead as we prescribed, so I'm gonna go back and do my work with the dragon now.
Yeah. I'll be checking the last couple doors here and make sure there's nothing hiding.
Should
Might
we
as well
start
wrap
getting
up.
the treasure out of the safe and bring it to the elevator once we know it's clear?
Probably a good idea, yeah.
Okay. Tom, when you go back out there, you see Boffo is like clambered up on the thing, and he's like looking up at the dragon's, massive, thick cord neck and the strange, kind of almost robotic-looking face on the end of it.
No, please don't touch that. That's a very bad idea.
Okay.
In fact, you should probably get away from it in general.
But it's shiny.
Yes, it's also very evil.
And the big cat said it was not moving now.
Oh, it's not moving, however. It could still, in theory, turn you evil. So please get away from it.
Okay.
John, I'll be checking these doors in here. If there's anything interesting behind them. If not, then I'll go help with the treasure unloading.
You just find out it's like a little kind of guard room, and there are arrow slits out into the forge from there.
Okay. and the rest of
I
these
believe.
as well.
Let me just double check to make sure.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, the temple is flanked by L-shaped rooms to the northwest and northeast. Oh, hang on. The northwest room contains heaps of cold weather clothing and dozens of pairs of snowshoes. My bad. Sorry, I thought they were guard rooms. And the northeast room contains piles of weapons, including war picks, war hammers, javelins, heavy crossbows, slightly nicked great axe, which looks like it might belong to a certain Goliath. Where
Did that
Porter Bear?
Goliath leave, or is he still kicking around?
Say again?
Did that Goliath leave last session, or
Nope,
is he still
he's still here.
kicking
He's
around?
over. He's talking with
He's
Trovus.
waiting for us.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he said he was
there's
going.
the-
They said they were going to guide you.
Great. Well then, before I head back to go start unloading the treasure, I'll
Yes.
probably drag that great axe into the room. I don't think I'd be strong enough to carry it.
Let's
Okay.
drag it together.
And
Like paramedic carry this great axe.
that's when Northkin sees you with that. And he's like, "Ah, my friends, thank you. I was wondering where that had gotten to."
Yeah, they threw it into a pile in the back. It's got a tip on it. Don't know if that was there when you left it, but user be warned. I'm just gonna walk away and go.
No worries, it has seen many combat and action. Took out a fair few of these little bastards before they got me.
I can imagine so. Tom, you need any help assembling this thing, or you good in here?
Are you familiar with this? He shows you a random piece of mechanical jargon.
Good luck. And I'll just continue walking.
I don't really know what it is either. Goes back to trying to decipher it.
Okay. Give me... Excuse me. Let's see. What check would that be? Because I don't want to say straight intelligence.
Investigation?
Yeah, that's good. With advantage with the book.
Well, that's good because the first was a natural one.
Hey.
13 only. Oh boy.
Okay. Well, I mean that's okay because with your expertise and with the book and everything, you will figure it out. That just means it takes longer.
Yeah.
So, as this process goes on and on, as the others are there's a montage of everyone like carrying the treasure out of the vault, and people Trovus is in the background doing push-ups and it's the whole thing, and you're kind of like moving around this thing and slowly working at it, and you do figure out how to dismantle it, and you do know that once the pieces are small enough, they could be melted down in that forge. That forge, it kind of fascinates you, Toln, as you start to remember forges from your youth as well. In that home of yours. Do you remember? You have a sudden spark of remembrance, and you remember that the Gauntlgrim forges were powered by a primordial. A massive fiery entity, which you only heard tell of, you were never allowed to see. But they were famed for the heat and the power that they gave to the forges of Gauntlgrim. You're kind of interested as to what's powering this one.
It's quite an interesting idea. I wonder. I might have to find out. Whatever it is probably inside of that right there.
You're actually peering through, having a look in.
Yeah, I mean, it's as safe as it is.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna put my face in the lava, but
Yeah. When you peer through vents in the side of the forge itself, you can see that inside there is a large beating hut. I should get back to that forge thing. Where is it? There we go.
whose heart is that? I wonder.
And Trovis wanders over. What's that, Ton? What have you found there?
There's a heart in here. Look.
What? He peers in as well. Oh. My. Have you never seen one of those before? If you're an adventurer worth your salt, you would have seen them like I have, of course.
You know, I aspire to be an adventurer worth my beer. Salt is not that important to me.
Well, that's my young adventuring friend. That is a dragon heart.
Ooh.
Looks like a red dragon from the looks of it.
Ooh. Is it safe if I get it?
Oh, no. We're best destroying it and having done with it.
But it's giving basically infinite heat.
There is that. But it's must be being kept alive by some kind of magic, wouldn't you say?
Well, if that's the case, I can probably figure this out.
Well, let's save that for another day, shall we? Doesn't look like it's going anywhere. He smacks the side of this massive construction.
Well, I think I'll have to come back here, but I have another thing I need to do now.
Do you want me and Northkin to help you break that little bugger up?
Sure.
Go on, Northkin. I bet I can get more done than you. And the big polar bear runs out. Oh yeah, I'd like to see you try. And they both just start laying into the shadows.
Wait. I need to take out this bolt first. Oh, now it'll be much easier.
Rage dismantling. And they start to tear pieces of this Shardling dragon off and throw it into the smelting pits there, where it is slowly destroyed. Mockingbird. So yes, you found all those weapons and things, but nothing else of note or danger.
Okay. Yep, that'd be all that I wanted to do. I'll just go to see to our friends and getting the treasure over to that elevator. Just I don't know what everybody else is doing.
I'm on my way to the treasure to help lug it to the elevator.
Sweet. Yeah. When
Yeah, Soyala would be helping as well.
We're probably weak and injured. It'll probably take a good 3 of us to get most of it.
Yeah. Okay. So, yes, you are all ferrying back and forth with all the rewards of your labors. And that is all gathered here in the forge as well. Are you gathering it? Or are you bringing it to that elevator room?
Yeah, that would be the closest.
Okay. Yep, so you go through that secret passage and working on that. And Dragon Sail will be helping you guys with that as well.
And I'm sure we're passing by the female Draugr there. So we'll let her know that everything's good.
Okay. She kind of nervously comes out and into the forge, having told everyone that she's okay, and she actually helps as well. She pitches in, although carefully. She's still in a bad way.
Mention to her that there's some extra clothes and weapons if you want to rearm yourself. I'll be hitting the snows after this.
You're saying I can take my pick?
you have your options.
She comes out proudly, swinging her pun pick.
How long were you waiting for that pun, by the way?
Just came to me in the moment. What can I say?
Oh no, I was asking that in character.
I mean, come on. You know I'm a father of 4, so dad jokes do come naturally. They do give you a class when you get past 1. You have your first child.
You become proficient in it, right?
Okay. So that is all going on, and eventually you find yourselves with Northkin, the polar bear, passes you, Tol, the last piece of Chardonnay. The last piece of the dragon. Would you like to do the honors?
Oh, but of course. And he was looking for a word, couldn't find it. Bye. Whoop.
There you go. Famous last words for the dragon. Okay. So, you have your treasure. You have the threat of the dragon nullified. What would you like to do?
Now that I've taken care of all of that, I believe we have to go to Stoneblight's room?
Yes, to find the multicolored lantern for the town tavern.
Jonas is like, oh yes, splendid. Yes, if I go back empty-handed, those sisters. Oh.
Yeah, between that and the goats and
The lost black goat?
I mean, there's still all of those bags of crystals, I think, that were in that room with the
ghost, right?
the woman, yeah. The white lady.
Kestrel says, well, don't worry, every time we're in this region, we'll come, and now that we know this is here, we could come and make sure that there's nothing taking hold of the place. Or maybe we could talk to some of the dwarves in the Dwarven Valley. Maybe they'd be interested, especially with that fancy forge.
Yeah, I don't really see them turning down such an offer.
Aye. Well, if they've got a decent force in here, then now else will come in, and should be safe at houses, eh?
And nothing should hopefully come out, as far as from the Underdark.
Well, that's always a danger, but oh, sorry, Mummy.
About these Duergar axe wielders that are frozen right now. What about them?
Aye.
Ton looks at Mr. Polar Bear. Can you pick those up?
I can certainly try. And they do manage to, yes.
Oh, just throw it in the forge.
Surprisingly cold, Tone. You only just figured out you had brothers like a day ago.
Oh, well. I'm told they're of inferior make, so...
Oh, no, I mean, throwing around words like inferior, that's fine, but damn, I didn't expect that. I mean, I'd probably do the same. So
Chamberlain
They
Dragon
come
Sail.
from dead.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Chamberlain Dragon Sail also comes over and is like, Toln has the right of it. These are unholy, undead constructs. They must be destroyed.
They should
No, I
find
don't. I don't want to go. I don't want to go that far. I just think that they're probably evil.
That's what
I
I
don't
said.
know if they are necessarily evil in and of themselves, but what they were made for was not a good purpose.
Before we go throwing them into the fire, maybe we should check if there's a free will clause in that book of yours.
Oh, let's check.
Maybe that's the ethical thing to do here. Since when did I become the moral compass?
Talon flips through the book and looks for
Problem
anything
is,
regarding
You don't
the
know how to read it
Thunderers.
in order to reverse the effects. I couldn't glean anything from it.
Oh, do you speak Undercommon?
Deep
No.
speech.
Oh, I'll probably be fine.
It's written in deep speech.
Bruise, bruise,
Oh.
bruise.
This isn't Undercommon at all.
It starts off with undercommon, but changes quickly.
Throw them in.
Deteriorates.
I'll be right back.
Nice.
Or we could just put them in a room for the time being. Lock the door.
Well, considering that they are evil constructs, and Holden and my friend think so as well.
As Tom goes off looking at the book and like engrossed in the thing, Dragonsail comes to all of you. He's like, "Look, I know that you say he's your traveling fellow, your adventuring party member, whatever you call it, but Soyala, Mame, I told you, he is of a like with these things, however much of a upgrade he may be."
But you wanna throw him in too?
Well, there's a debate to be had there, certainly. Professor Mame, how do you feel? I mean, are they redeemable? I mean, everything of my faith, everything I was taught is to destroy such things, to do away with undead. And yet here you are, traveling happily and working together?
I feel like this man, he deserves a second chance. Seeing how much he's gone through the past, perhaps maybe during this time, instead of doing the evil, what he might have been constructed for, he could do better. So I think we should believe in my friend and continue traveling with him.
Well, I defer to your wise reputation, but I will do what is needed if that ever comes to be.
I see.
But you have my word. I shall not do anything unless there is clearly a problem.
He's usually on the up and up.
Oh, hi Tom. How you? Welcome back. How you doing? Is it a good read?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So,
Just kind of zoned out.
looks knowing at you, Mame, and walks away. Shakes her head a little bit.
So, the weather recently, right?
Oh, sorry, I'll be back. We'll be right back again.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so we're gonna kill him or not?
So,
Northkin turns to say, "So am I burning these or what?"
burn.
Throw him.
So, yeah, what do you think?
I think that their make was of a disturbing beginning. they were killed and brought back again in order to serve a purpose of work. I think if that were something that happened to me, I wouldn't want to keep serving that purpose.
I see.
I think we should put them at rest.
If Tone's fine with it, might
If
as well.
there's a way to save them, it would be great, but I cannot understand the madness that Sunblight wrote about. I do not know the words he uttered in order to cast such a spell.
I doubt there were a spell. It seems more like a like some sort of magic item that was created around them, you know?
Well, it was undone by a spell, I think, from your companion, Mame. At
Yes.
least that's what undid it for you, Toln.
But you have to remember Toln in the beginning before getting frozen, paralyzed. Toln was Toln. And these other beings, we are not sure what they would do if we were to unfreeze them.
Could likely follow Sunblight's orders. Whatever they were.
Actually, is the female Draugr around? Nephrin?
She can be, yeah.
What do you know of these beings? What was their purpose? Was it only to be working? Did they have any other motives?
No, they were just, guards, muscle.
Did they ever
But
crack
did they have a
jokes or
voice, a thought? Exactly.
play
Free
poker?
will. Free
What?
will.
No, they're just
Complain about the boss?
constructions, like, like the dragon.
Fuck it, burn them.
Okay, let's just shoot them into the fire then.
I'm just gonna kind of like look to the gigantic werebear and kind of just nod.
The best shot of them. They freak me out.
May they find peace at last.
Indeed. It's much worse when you remember them when they were alive.
I don't feel any kindred.
So yeah, those are dealt with.
All the ones guarding out in the by the elevator shaft and okay.
Yeah. So actually I'll just delete them.
Bye.
I don't know how exactly they got to that one past the trap. Oh no, I guess they could take the long way around.
yeah.
Just
That was
shoot them
guarding
over.
the treasure.
I think Northkin's just like, that would be too much effort, so he just like grunts and bears it and just walks through the lightning.
Oh,
Oh,
leave
Wow.
that one. I want to look at it before we burn the last one.
Okay.
So he'll just inspect it, seeing if there's any markings.
Oh look,
It
a free
might-
will button.
Oh,
Not at this point, no.
it says right here, if you press this, they basically return
there's
to
a
their-
reset button.
No.
Factory reset.
I'm looking for like a maker's
On
mark
the demo
or
version.
Hey, Malika.
some sort of something that would indicate who did it.
Okay, Duke.
Wait, does Toln have one?
Reset
A
button?
maker's mark? Do you have like number 00?
You've never
Rewind.
looked.
You know? It might be on my foot. I can't see the bottom of my foot. I'm not that flexible.
Let's check it. Bring up your foot.
It's just
Is there
Andy
is there
really
anything there?
badly.
You showing Mame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mame? There is a small but stylized DS.
There's initials on the bottom of your foot.
Oh.
Truly.
DS. Does this ring a bell?
Now,
Is there actually something on the bottom of his foot? Sorry.
Yeah.
Toln would remember because it would be the same day. That's the same. That's the same from
Yeah, it's
the
been a while.
letter, right?
Yeah.
When was the last time you cleaned your feet?
Well, I don't really need boots, so the snow usually does that for me.
Fair.
Didn't we see a DS on something else? The
Was
the good meat, the delivery
map thing?
point. Yeah, the
Well, the letter.
point that
Yes,
they
the,
had to put the meat to. DS.
What is it? The alchemist? Priest?
I don't know.
Didn't Tom find like the letter that was near like the mechanical map? And it also had DS.
Indeed.
Oh. Plot
Yes, he
thickens.
did.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
Oh my god.
well told. It seems good mead. Something's there.
Or you're a sleeper agent. That could be it.
It's all possible.
Thank God we have a therapist. Oh, yeah.
Oop.
Oh god.
No.
Who do we lose?
He's activated!
Oh. Shut down.
Oh, no. I'm back again. Right there?
Yes, now I'm fine. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
It's all possible. I don't know. But I know.
I don't know. How often are there initials of DS where there are things that look just like you, and there's a letter to Goodmead, a place that you want to start a business, correct? And
Oh,
there's
I'm
too
already
many
part of the
similarities.
business.
Or mayor,
Julian.
I think you said
Speaker.
you wanted. Yeah, a speaker.
He's trying to be the
Oh,
speaker.
yes. You remember DS, Mame? You had much interaction with the only. Well, I don't know what Dustbuckle's first name is. She could be DS. It could be Susan Dustbuckle. So who knows? But I have a suspicion that it's Draconius Shadowcal, the barman, who you happen to have purchased many capes from.
That guy. The really creepy one. Oh my god.
I don't think it's him.
So you've had dealings with a couple people with the initials of DNS.
Yes, but if it was Dustbuckle, I'd probably jump into the forge because I don't want to live in a world where I was created by such a woman.
I would never.
She did take a liking to us.
We head back to Goodmead after transferring all the stuff to these other towns.
Why don't we get out of here and continue this conversation on the way back? We've got a lot of
we should probably take a nap.
distance to make.
Yes, really night rest, recharge, heal
Trovis says the same. He's like, yes, it's been the better part of a day, so we should probably stay here where it's nice and cozy, huh? Before we make the journey back.
There's a really nice dormitory on the other side.
Oh, really? How nice.
Duragar-sized stone bunk beds. Yum. Yes, please.
Did we do a short rest or a long rest last time? I thought we...
Short.
No, we did a short rest, right?
I need a
Before
long
the dogs
rest.
had been eating each other.
I think
by the
we've
time we
had
got
2
back.
short rests.
Do short rest. We need a long rest. I am.
Yes.
Mom is just like, can we please take a long rest? I still have spores.
Yes. And you, yes, I think you set up. Mockingbird makes a little bed of gold coins.
Oh, yes.
Little treasure bed. No. You set up your gear.
You kid, but... No.
Do you? I mean, you saw some bedding in that guest quarters, Mockingbird.
Oh, yeah. No, I would sneak off there and sleep on top of that.
I'll go to Sunblight's room.
You gonna go up top?
Yeah.
Okay. Is everyone else staying here?
Does Tony even need sleep
No.
on a bed?
He just
Well-
deactivates for the night. You've seen it many times at this point.
I know.
He doesn't even close his eyes. He can still see everything. He just does this.
That's terrifying.
Before Mockingbird retires, I'm gonna ask Tolan for that book so we can take a gander through it.
Oh yeah, I've read everything I need, so here you go.
Sweet, thank you. I'm
Okay.
just kind of pop it open and maybe breathe, because I can do 2 hours of that and then 6 hours of rest. Is that how it works?
That's right,
in
yeah.
5e? Yeah, cool. I'll do that.
Okay. Mame, what are you doing?
I am following Tolan and going to rest on the bed with my slobber chops.
Following Mockingbird?
Tolan to the
Tolan?
room.
Oh, to the Sunblight's room.
Yes.
Okay. Soyana?
Where is everyone else? Kestrel and everyone.
Everyone's kind of
Going.
setting up camp here and near the warmth of the forge because it's very pleasant.
Yeah, I'll probably stay there.
I'm gonna go to.
I'll stay with everyone there and bring out some bedrolls.
Okay. And so, Mame, Tom, you make your way up to the upper floors again. Let me just teeny tiny. Let me bring you up here. Boop. Let us travel, friends. Whee! Boop. And you find yourselves back in the upper floors. And that Jurgar's not there anymore. He's left with the Grand Alpha. Sorry. Didn't do my spring cleaning very well, sorry.
Oh, I think I remember being told this is the room, yes?
That's the one. Yep, you go running past. You go up out of the elevator. The steel gate rattles open. You step out as it pauses on its way up and down, and you make your way past the goats who are still sat there, just chewing the cud. And you make your way into the room with the dismantled map, and there are those doors which were unexplored. Yes.
Let's
Tolan
open it.
will, let me take a quick look. Tolan just takes a look at it real quick, make sure it's not going to explode when he touches it.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
I step back.
A 10.
Nice. A 10. Okay, yeah, seems fine.
Seems fine. Throw the door open.
Okay. So, as you open up that door, boop. There you go. Sorry, again, not a very exciting map. But there is more than we can see physically here on the map. As you open up that door, you see a large stone bed covered with soot-stained furs. its head against the north wall in a shallow niche. And above the bed, there is a bas relief of a giant scowling Duergar clenching its teeth. Arrgh.
How lovely.
At the foot of the bed is a flat-topped iron trunk sealed with a bulky padlock, and there is a stone door set into the west wall, as you can see.
Tone will walk over to the padlock.
Yep.
And he's not very good at picking. He is good at disassembly. So he's just gonna try to take the padlock apart.
Okay. Give me a... yeah, check.
You'll just... Can I... What should I roll?
It would be Tinker's Tools, so dexterity or with your proficiency.
Alright. I can't roll above. I can't roll high at all.
Oh, bad luck.
Yeah. It's only a 5.
Okay.
I've been rolling good numbers I'm good at all night, but it's been low. Oh well.
So I'm just switching over here, getting away from this forge. The forge is still... There we go. Back we go, up to the top. There with our goats, there we are. Okay, so, yes, I'm afraid you do not manage to break your way into this lock.
And I hit it with the crowbar. You just see Mame slowly taking out the crowbar. Did you Ton?
Sure. Have a go.
I hit it with the crowbar. Is that strength? Acrobatics? Don't know.
It'll be athletics.
Okay. Athletics +0. I get 17.
Oh, it's pretty good. Okay, so Tol, having worked away at this thing for a while, you don't manage to dismantle it, but Mame steps in and gets the perfect spot and just leans with all of her gallus might into that crowbar, and there's a tortured sound of metal being forced open, and it slowly bends and tears open and clanks to the floor.
Oh, that's exactly what I was intending to do, but anyway,
All right. Vicious, as we have found out. Let me just quickly have a look here. So I'm just trying to read what's going on here. What is the questioning goat? Eh? Okay, cool. Yes, so as you force open this trunk and lift up the lid ponderously, you see inside there is a pair of dwarven sandals carved from obsidian, which look quite valuable. There is a quilted smoking jacket with gemstones sewn across its surface. There is a malachite beard comb with red garnets set in it. There is a hookah, smoking hookah, made of platinum with a star sapphire set in it. And some pearls in a small leather pouch. And as you open it up, the room is illuminated by rainbow shifting lights as a magic lantern is also situated inside. What are you going to do with all that?
After doing Tolan?
Well, he looks at all of it. It's quite a lot. Yes. Looks up at Mame. You know what? We have a problem here.
And that is?
That's a lot of stuff.
I mean, we put it in a bag. We could grab like one of the sheets and wrap it around and drag it in a big bag, I'm guessing.
You know what, Mame? This is a problem for future Toln. Erk! Time to sleep.
Okay. So you're gonna go on the bed?
Toln's gonna sit on the floor.
Oh, sit on the floor.
He just shuts off.
Okay.
I'm just gonna see this, be like, I'm gonna go back to the forge where there's warmth. I'll see you in the morning if you could still hear me.
Oh, he's like, yeah, I can still hear you, but that bed's fine, right?
It is much colder up here, Mummy.
Yeah, I'm heading back to the forge where it's warm, Tolan. I'll see you in the morning.
I think Slobberchops is like flapping their wings and pulling you back towards the elevator.
he mage hands the furs and then just wraps it around him as he's sitting there. Okay, just me then.
Okay.
See you in the morning. I'll tell others we found the magic lantern, and I'll take a.
You see his eyes kind of dim to a lower light.
Okay.
It's just like whereas his eyes are usually quite illuminated.
Yeah.
No, it's just like a dot.
Okay. So, all of you find your various spots by the forge, up in Sunblight's quarters, or over, wrapped in Yeti hide. And you all settle down for a night's rest.
Thank God.
Mockingbird.
Oh, okay.
As
Yes.
you drift off into your dreamscape, you hear the creak of timbers and the sound
What do I see around me?
of shifting rigging as you feel the floor beneath you shift, and you find yourself on a boat. One of the boats that you often prowled around down in the docks in Luskan.
I'm gonna touch my face. What face do I have on?
Yig.
Okay.
The boy who was the guide for the university expedition. In fact, that sets off tomorrow. You've been looking forward to this for a while. The chance to leave the city, get up into the mountains, see somewhere new. Then, of course, there was the other reason you took that mission. And your vision shifts to a dark cellar with a single light hanging over a table strewn with documents and plans, maps, manifests, everything needed to pull off the perfect jailbreak. And you had been chosen. You had finally been invited to the big table. And you were faced with the man himself, his trademark purple hat at its trademark jaunty angle. Well, Mockingbird. No, that's what you're calling. What we call you? Yig, right, in those days? Well, Yig. We have high hopes for you, my boy. You are going to do us proud, are you not?
I live to serve, yes. I will do you as well as I can.
And a large, barrel-chested drow steps up beside you. You had better do what Jarlexel asks. Exactly what he asks, and to the best of your ability, or we shall tear you limb from limb. And Breg and death will be the last thing that goes through your pathetic little mind. Oh, calm down, calm down. Don't be so dramatic. I'm sorry, Yig. He enjoys his work.
It's a must.
Now.
It's good to surround yourself with folks like that.
Yes. Everyone has their uses. And you have yours. I trust you haven't forgotten.
My mind is a little bit fuzzy this morning. Why don't you run it by me one more time so as I not forget it in a pinch, as it were.
Meticulous. Best to make sure of such things. Revel's End is the highest security prison that this land knows. And if you are to do as you must, it's going to require all of your skills. Jarlaxle gestures towards your face. And I know that you'll do it. Now, come on. You mustn't forget. And he leans over the plans as the light dims in the room.
I'll quickly kind of duck my head down and take a look at the plans laid out at the table.
Okay.
Try to absorb everything that I can.
You see blueprints of a large structure and a massive, almost star-shaped curtain wall around the floor plans for a large tower, the various floors of said tower. And that's the glimpse that you get before we move away.
So I'm leaving the dream.
Yes, prison.
Darn it, Leo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. Darn.
Tom. Someone's echoing there.
Oh.
Someone's headphones come out.
Let me just turn down Sirenscape.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, good. Tom, you find yourself walking through beautifully crafted, stone-worked halls with your father and mother. And it's a market day. And you know that all of the local people from around the area of the fortress, from around Gauntlgrim, and various other strongholds that would have travelled here, especially for this day, will all be showing their wares. And I think you remember your father promised that you were going to get your first taste of their new batch, their new brew that they had designed especially to be released in time with this large market day when everyone was going to be in from out of town. And the name of your house, the name of your brews could travel further and farther away, far and wide, and become more famous.
Of course.
More well known throughout the dwarven strongholds.
I'm excited beyond belief. It is my goal. I will not rest until the Grim Brew is a household name in every dwarven hold.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Come up here. Your father hoists you up the small distance to his shoulder. It's not much of a vantage point, but it's a little bit higher than you were already.
Ah! I can't wait to get a taste of this brew!
Come on then. No time like the present. And you start walking and moving through everyone. And there are so many people here. It's so busy. It's almost difficult to move. It's almost difficult to wade through everyone. And then it's not people that you're wading through, and you're not a child anymore. You're an adult dwarf, and you're wading through snow, wrapped in furs. Your fellows that you'd met in Goodmead, almost out of sight in the blizzard that swept down the mountain and is in danger of making you all helplessly lost and in great peril. As you go wading through the snow, you hear that sound again that you heard that day. Almost like mining explosives going off back in the mines underneath the fortress. As there is a massive crack and then a slow building rumble that grows and grows. And you look up the mountainside, and then you see the first misty edges of the massive avalanche as it comes barreling down the mountainside towards you and your doomed fellows.
We see Taln in the first person, and you see him trying to run away. You see him trying to run, but we can hear that the avalanche is getting closer, and we know it's doomed. And then we see him trip, and he falls down flat against the earth, and some of his clothes kind of peel back, and you can see that under his clothing is not a metallic metal plating that you know, but normal, somewhat hairy skin. And then white.
Okay. And as the avalanche settles and the rumbling ceases, we just see the mountain pass choked with snow. But then a dark shape, a figure, comes moving quickly across the snow, moving with snowshoes very adeptly, very swiftly, to where you had disappeared. And they start to dig and dig and dig, as if desperately trying to rescue you. But as they unearth your body, it is already broken and lifeless. But they do not seem to despair, as we hear a voice in the cold, starlit night. Yes, this'll do. This'll do just fine. Suella. Mummy. You have a lovely night's sleep. Congratulations. And all of you eventually wake up the next day. Mame, slightly uncomfortably, I think Slobberchops is kind of draped over your neck. You're just like, he's gonna choke awake. It's a cat on your face. And they grumble at you for shifting off their comfy bed, their feather mattress. And all of you may take the benefits of a long rest. And we shall return to Icewind Dale. Hey, Daffodilly. Sorry, just as we're finishing, I'm afraid. We shall return to Icewind Dale and see what this new day brings, with all these new treasures, new friends. By the way, ever since you were settling down for the night, and this morning as well, there is neither sight nor sound of Boffo.
We let the BBEG go.
And
I said I find lost ones. I didn't say I saved them. Haha!
You're gonna die down there.
And a massive thank you for everyone who came by today, and a massive thank you to my players. I'm actually going to try something new today. I always feel slightly guilty about the length of my post-game spiel and all of these exciting things coming up for us, which is nice, but I do feel guilty keeping my players sat there like lemons as I waffle on. So I am going to switch over to our ending screen. I mean, you should be left, dear viewers, I'm afraid, with just my ugly mug. But let us say goodbye to these fair folks, and a massive thank you again, and we shall see them all, and I shall see you all, everyone, when we're back in Icewind Dale next time. So, as we switch over, I shall be sticking around, but let's say, as we like to say around these parts, to these fine folks, Oyasuminasai.
Oyasumi.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Oh yeah, to me. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Okay. So, this should be working. Patch, is this working? I think this is working. Oh, I forgot that was gonna happen. Yes. Of course. We're losing our players, so we're going to be disappearing. Hang on. Good night. Thank you. That's left with just me instead. That's not going to work. I shall do that later. I shall just leave you with my dulcet tones instead. Of course, I forgot that their videos would go off, which means my video would change shape and location. But hey, you can still hear me, I believe. So close indeed. Thank you, Alice. It was a good idea. It was a good idea. I shall figure out how to do that properly next time. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for coming on by. It was lovely to have you all with us again. Do come back and join us on Thursday or Wednesday evening in the US and Canada as we are back in the Underdark to continue our Out of the Abyss campaign. And also, that evening, we will be back, as always, in Barovia, but not quite as you have seen it so far, because we have a very, very special event coming up. As Quest Junkies here in the chat, our dear friend Patch has agreed to be a guest DM for us and will be running a very special episode of our Curse of Strahd Barovia Honey Heist. As myself, if you ever want to see me as a player instead of a DM, you have the chance. I will be playing with all of the other Curse of Strahd cast members, and we will be playing a game of Honey Heist in the Curse of Strahd setting, in our Curse of Strahd setting. So any of the usual insanity that ensues in a Honey Heist game will be canon in the actual campaign. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. So do not miss it. It's going to be an amazing time. So that will be Thursday evening here in Japan, and wherever that is for you, please have a look at our channel. The schedule will show up in your local time zone if it is working as it is supposed to. Then Friday we'll be back in Avernus, down in the Hells, for our Descent into Avernus campaign. As we are getting closer, they have arrived at the Bleeding Citadel, and it is told that inside, that is where lies Zariel's sword, her angelic weapon. That is what they are trying to retrieve to help them in their fight to save the city of Elturel. Then, that'll bring us all the way around to next Tuesday, and we'll be back in Icewind Dale as they set out back, leaving the fortress rested. But are they ready for what lies in store? A massive thank you, everyone. Let us go a raiding. Let us see. What as he says, he throws his phone across the table there. Excuse me if that was noisy. Let us see who is kicking around this evening. Who have we got? Oh, thank you, Fishy. Excuse my slightly janky follow thing there. Thank you for the follow. That's lovely. Thank you very much. I hope you come and join us again when you get the chance. You know what? I feel the chance is a good one here to go and have a look at someone new. Let's see what's going on here. And let's have a little browse, okay, and see who's live playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, us. Hello, us. I'm not sure if that's any good. I wouldn't fuss with it. We have... yes. Okay. Let's have a look here. Down here. Thank you, Fishy. welcome on by. Yeah, we have someone here. Okay, someone's doing a little prep session. It's always nice to have a prep session. And they've got absolutely amazing tattoos. Okay, we're going over there. Everyone, stick around for the raid if you can and enjoy this prep session. A nice chill and a chat about this person. Fate Plays. Let me get this typed in here. Someone new for me. I have never seen this channel before, so it'll be interesting to see what they're all about. Do stick around, and if you've got them, let those phoenixes fly. Show the love, and let us get on over there. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you all next time. Do join us for this amazing Honey Heist. It's going to be so good. I'm so excited, and I get to be a player. Yay! Okay, right, and let's head on over there. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, everyone, and see you soon.